Good day, everyone. Have you ever wondered what happens inside a law office when someone files a case? Behind every legal case, there is a system that ensures everything is organized and done properly. So, this is what we call legal office procedures. So today I will discuss its definition, the concept of legal office, its different types, and the key areas of legal procedures. So we have the legal office procedures. So these serve as a guide for staff so they can perform their duties correctly. So these are organized ways of doing tasks in law office. So legal office procedures refer to the methods and approaches that guide legal assistants, secretaries, and paralegals in performing their roles within the legal profession. So in simple terms, these are the step-by-step processes followed in a law office to ensure that work is organized, accurate, and professional. What is legal office? So legal office is a place where lawyers, paralegals, and support staff work together to handle legal matters and assist clients. So ano ba yung ginagawa nila? Number one, they are preparing and filing legal documents. So this means they are creating and submitting important legal papers. Ano ba yung mga example ng mga legal documents? We have affidavit. So they are the one who's writing or making a draft for the affidavit of their clients. They also prepare contract, filing a case in court. So for example, when a client wants to file a case, the legal office prepares the documents and submit them to the court. So number two, they also assist clients with legal concerns. So the office helps clients understand their legal problems. So for example, a client asks about a case. Someone needs help with a contract. A person seeks legal advice through the lawyer. So sabi nga natin, ang legal office ay dito rin nag-work yung mga lawyers. So if someone has a legal problem, the office helps them understand what to do and what steps to take. So they also manage case files and deadlines. So the office keeps everything organized and task or track schedules. So for example, organizing client files, recording court dates, monitoring deadlines. So the office ensures that all documents are organized and that no deadlines are missed. So they also coordinate with courts and legal agencies. The office communicates with courts and other institutions. For example, they are submitting documents to court, following up case status, communicating with government offices. So for example, the legal office coordinates with the court to submit documents and check updates on the case. So in summary, a legal office is where legal professionals work together to handle cases, assist clients, and organize documents. Also ensure that all legal processes are done properly and efficiently. Now that we understand what a legal office is, let's look at the different types of legal offices. We have law firms, trial courts, government legal offices. So when you say law firms, these are private offices where lawyers offer legal services to clients. These clients can be individuals, businesses, or organizations. So what do they do or what they do? They handle cases like civil or criminal case, prepare legal documents. They also give legal advice. For example, if a person wants to file a case or needs a contract, they go to a law firm to get legal assistance. So we also have the trial courts, which are the regional trial courts and municipal trial courts. So these are courts where cases are heard and decided. So kapag sinabi nating regional trial courts, this handle serious and complex cases, while municipal trial courts, it handles minor and simple cases. So they both here, they what they do is hear both sides of a case. So they examine evidence, they make decisions. So for regional trial courts, ang best example, criminal case, a person is accused of murder. Since it is a serious crime, the case is filed in the regional trial court, where the judge will hear evidence and decide the case. So we also have a case of large money. A company is sued for 5 million due to breach of contract. Because the amount is large, the case is handled by the regional trial court. And we also have, for example, a family case. If that's about filing for annulment, that should be filed directly to regional trial court. Okay, we have the municipal trial court. Best example nito ay small claims. So, a person files a case to collect 20,000 from someone who did not pay a debt. This is handled by the municipal trial court. So, ano ba yung pinagkaiba nila about sa mga claims and penalties? So, kapag regional trial courts, that's 2 million, that's exceeding to 2 million pesos. Now, kapag municipal trial courts, that's below 2 million pesos. So, kung dati, 400,000 above, bago maging under of regional trial courts. Ngayon, ginawa ng 2 million dahil um, para mabawasan yung mga kaso na nasa regional trial courts. That's according to the website I have read. It is important to know the classification by amount applies to civil cases, while criminal cases depend on the seriousness of the offense. So third, we have the government legal offices. We have public attorney office. We also have office of the city municipal prosecutors, corporate legal departments, in-house legal teams for companies or schools, and Supreme Court. So let's start with this public attorney office. So these government legal offices, they run by the government to serve the public or the state. So the PAO, first, it provides free legal services or assistance to people who cannot afford a private lawyer. So ang main function ng public attorney office is to provide free legal representation. They represent clients in court. They handle both civil and criminal case. They also give legal advice and assistance para to guide the client on legal matters. They help clients understand their right. And also preparation of legal documents like affidavits, complaints, and other legal documents. So, sa criminal case, if a person is accused of a crime but cannot afford a lawyer, PAO will provide a lawyer to defend them in court. So, in family case, like example, a mother who wants to file a case for a child support but has no money for lawyer can file a case for a child support but has no money for lawyer. They can go directly to PAO for to ask for free legal assistance. And second, for under government legal offices, we have the Office of the City Municipal Prosecutors. So this handles criminal cases for the government. The Office of the City or Municipal Prosecutor is a government office that investigates crimes and files cases in court against individuals who violate the law. So, ang main function niya is to investigate cases. So, they review complaints and evidence, determine if there is probable cause that is enough base to file a case. So, they also filing of criminal cases. Kung enough yung evidence or sufficient, they file case in court. So, They also prosecute in court. So it means they represent or they present evidence, question witnesses. So in court, the prosecutor represents the government and tries to prove the case. So protecting public interest, their goal is justice, not just winning. So prosecutors aim to protect society by ensuring that offenders are held accountable. So best example nito, if a crime happens, the prosecutor files the case against the suspect in court. Ito halimbawa, nanakawan kayo ng cellphone and you reported it to police. So the police will investigate, and once they collected enough evidences, they will forward this to the office of the city municipal prosecutors, and the prosecutors, this department will start reviewing what they have, and once it is sufficient, they will start filing a case against the suspect. So we also have the corporate legal departments, in-house legal teams for companies or school. Ibig sabihin nito, ito yung mga lawyers or yung um, legal team na nasa loob mismo ng isang organization or ng isang corporation, even in schools. So kaya sila tinawag na in-house legal teams. So ang main function nila is to review contracts. They check agreements before signing, make sure terms are fair and legal. They review contracts to protect the company from legal problems, ensure legal compliance, make sure the company follows laws and regulations. They ensure that the company operates legally at all times, handle legal issues, deal with dispute or complaints, represent the company in legal matters. They handle any legal issues that company may face. So they also give legal advice internally, advise management or schools. And we also have the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is the highest court in the Philippines that makes the final decisions on legal cases and ensures that laws are properly interpreted and applied. So main function niya, sila yung final decision maker. They review cases from lower courts. Its decision is a final and cannot be appealed. So interpret the law, explain what laws mean, ensures laws follow the Constitution. They also protect the Constitution. They check laws or they checks if laws or actions are constitutional. So best example nito, if a case is decided in the lower courts and one party disagree, they can appeal it to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court will review the case and make the final decision. So sabi nga natin, kapag napagdesisyonan na sa Supreme Court yung decision, hindi na to pwedeng i-appeal. So moving on to the areas of legal procedures, we have three main areas of legal procedures. Number one, or first, we have the new client management. Second is the docket management. Third is the billing management. So these are the key processes followed in law office to ensure everything is organized and done properly. So the first is new client management. This involves gathering and organizing information about a new client and their case. Law offices create records to fully understand the client's situation. The process of handling new clients from the moment they enter the law office. So they collect personal information, they understand the case, then create client's records. So for example, when a client comes to a law office, they fill out a form, explain their problem or situation, and then the office creates a file for their case. So that is the first area of legal procedures, the new client management. So second area of legal procedures, we have the docket management. So it is part of the office legal procedures to establish a reliable docket organization. So dockets are written list of judicial proceedings set down for trial in a court. In legal profession, a docket is the list of pending cases in trial. So in docket management, card filing is preferred. So what is card filing? Card filing is a manual system of organizing information using index cards. So each card contains important details about a case, a client, or a schedule. So how does it work? Each case has its own card. So the card includes case number, client name, court schedule, and also important deadlines. So these cards are arranged alphabetically or by date or by case number. Bakit ba kailangan ng docket management? So, syempre, the office records hearing dates in a calendar to make sure the lawyer does not miss any schedule of hearings. So in billing management, this is the third area of legal procedures. The law firm maintains a schedule of fees relative to the legal needs of the clients. While it is true that legal profession is not a business, it is also to pay the scheduled fees equivalent to the legal services rendered by lawyer. Billing management is the process of charging clients, recording payments, and managing legal fees in a law office. So in simple terms, it is how a law office gets paid for its services. Meron tayong mga common payment terms. We have the acceptance fee or yung mga upfront payment. So ito yung binabayaran mo na yung lawyer bago pa man mag-umpisa yung trabaho o yung kailangan niyang gawin bilang isang lawyer or attorney. So we also have the full payment after service. So client pays after the service is completed. We also have installment payment. So yung client nagbabayad ng parts over time. So halimbawa, 5,000 monthly until the balance is complete. So we also have hourly rate kasi hindi naman buong araw yung kaso mo lang hinahawakan ng isang lawyer. Pero ganun pa man, so depende pa rin sa agreement between two parties involved. So we also have contingency fee. So ito mga special cases to. So yung lawyer gets paid only if the client wins the case. So halimbawa, the lawyer received 20% of the money won in the case. Meron din tayong labor cases, yung mga illegal dismissal, yung unpaid wages, benefits claims. So I'm not sure about PAO, pero may naririnig kasi ako when I was working sa isang company sa Makati. May mga dati akong kaopisina na nag-file ng case, yung mga sabi nila ay illegal dismissal. So, nanghingi sila ng tulong sa PAO at yung PAO, dahil wala naman silang pambayad, although sabi naman ay free service, pero nung may contingency plan sila or contingency fee or agreement sila na once na maipanalo ng PAO or attorney ng PAO yung labor case, meron silang percentage na makukuha doon sa claims nila. So, we also have damage claims, yung breach of contract, yung property damage, and financial loss. And also, family-related financial claims, yung mga support claims, property disputes. Pero always remember guys na yung contingency fee are usually used in cases involving money claims, so not criminal cases. So kung wala kayong pangbayad, alam niyo na kung saan kayo pupunta, sa PAO. Ngayon, kung meron naman kayong pambayad, sa mga law firms.